Angular here in King Arena on the beautiful campus of Wheaton College. Tonight's match features the visiting Illinois Institute of Technology Scarlet Hawks and your Wheaton College Thunder. First, the starting lineup for IIT. Number 5, Sydney Wilson. The libero, number 6, Brooke Rifkin. Number 12, Rowan Midget. Number 14, London Francis. Number 19, Lilia Donaldson. Number 21, Carla Troutman Mendez. And number 22, Anna Jones. Scarlet Hawks are coached by Mark Johnston. And the starting lineup for your Wheaton College Thunder. Number 3, a 5'8" senior from Springdale, Arkansas, Jordan Benford. Number 4, a 5'9" junior from San Jose, California, Paris Griffin. Number 5, a 5'5" freshman from Western Springs, Illinois, Miriam Pozdolniego. Number 7 is a setter out of Lee Summit, Missouri, a 5'6" senior, Lacey Higgins. Number 9 is a 5'11" senior from Edmond, Oklahoma, Ashton Major. The libero is number 11, a 5'8" senior from Prosper, Texas, Grace Autry. And number 15, a 6'2" junior from Hudsonville, Michigan, Sydney Overweg. Thunder are coached by Eric Plunkett, assisted by Haley Horner and Ashley Sell.
The final match of the Wheaton College Invitational, the Thunder Invitational here in King Arena. The IIT Scarlet Hawks and your Wheaton Thunder for our entire crew. Rounding out the triangular here this afternoon, Andy Ockham, the man to my right, Justin Hill, whether you're watching on the CCIW Network or the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network, thank you so much for spending your Friday night here with us. Justin, Wheaton taking their opening match against Beloit 3-0 earlier. We just saw IIT defeat Beloit 3-0 as well, and this is how we round out the triangular here tonight.
Yeah, this is going to be an exciting match as both teams are coming off a strong win, and the question now is just if both teams can continue that momentum from their first win into this second game.
Yeah, we talked about momentum, that being a big thing. It was something I brought up in the third set of the IIT and Beloit match. A lot of momentum for the Scarlet Hawks, and that's good, bring that into here. Same thing, momentum for Wheaton, but the Thunder have had some time away. I think fresh legs would be better, or the fact that IIT is rolling in. We will see what breaks and how the beginning of this first set shapes out. Starters for Illinois Tech: Sydney Wilson, Rowan Midget, Lilia Donaldson, London Francis, Carla Troutman-Mendez, Anna Jones, and the libero is Brooke Rifkin. For the Thunder, Jordan Benford, Paris Griffin, Miriam Paz-Dalniego, Lacey Higgins, Sydney Overway, and the libero is the senior Grace Autry. Miriam Paz-Dalniego, the opening serve of the first set, and it is a service error. And already a sub for Illinois Tech. Jones out as Anna Sebastio checking in to serve. And victory for Illinois Tech earlier on the afternoon, moving them up to 3-9 this season, snapping a 3-match losing streak. And right at the net, pushed over. And the Jets setting up Carla Troutman-Mendez out of play. Back and forth we go. We're tied at 1. And Grace Autry back to serve. And Ashton Major, the graduate student, middle blocker and right side, back in, and an ace for Autry. And entering the triangular today, Autry 15 aces on the season. And gets one in the third rally of the opening set. And setting up on the near side, Wilson deflected. And back to Autry. Now Benford swinging away on the far side. And front row doing work for Illinois Tech. Back to Wilson working around the block. Point Scarlet Hawks.
Andy, one of the key components to playing in this game, especially as it being the second game for both teams, is really simplifying the game, keeping the play simple, not trying to do anything fancy.
Back to serve London Francis. Yeah, simplicity is key. And that's about as simple as it gets for Jordan Benford, floating it over, perfectly placing it down. And we saw that with Beloit playing the first 2 matches, Justin. You can see getting a bit tired toward the end of that second match. Obviously having to play back-to-back, and Illinois Tech's in that same regard after playing just a couple of hours ago. Wilson now swinging away on the near side, dug out by Autry. And Benford set up on the far side, deflected. A strong attack there from the senior outside hitter. The rally continues. Autry to Benford, pushes it over. Now Midget, a sneak attack off the net. The Thunder lead by a pair. And serving was everything, Justin, for Wheaton. The first match, it's 6 aces in the opening set as Reese Donahue serves that one right into the net.
Yeah, Andy, a big confidence booster for a team is just having good serves.
Veronica Lopez in to serve for Illinois Tech. Donahue for Wheaton had 3 aces in the opening set against Beloit earlier on her own. It makes up for a lot of other components later on. Donahue back set in the middle for Major, and she's got herself her first kill of the evening. Catherine Atkinson in for Wheaton in the spot of Miriam Paz-Dalniego. Jordan Benford to serve. They set right to the middle for Carla Troutman-Mendez. And back to serve for Illinois Tech. It's the sophomore Sydney Wilson. Back set from Donahue to Patrick. We know she can get up. That one turned away, but knocked out of play. Thunder back up a pair. And Sydney Overway, the junior middle blocker, now serving. I should say that's Ashton Major. Overway checking in. Lopez a back set of her own. That attack defended by Donahue. Once again, there's Atkinson into the net. I think that's another thing we're going to look at with these two teams, limiting mistakes.
Yeah.
It is the libero Brooke Rifkin back to serve. Standstill serve right to Jordan Benford in the back row. Donahue up with it. Overway switching it up last minute. That one not deflected. We're all tied at 6. First one gathering the serve, Atkinson. She'll get it right back from Donahue. Big swing of the right and a kill. Pair of subs for the Thunder, Paris Griffin, Lacey Higgins, and it will be Higgins to serve. Had a couple of aces as well earlier on against the Buccaneers.
Looks like Wheaton's trying to keep fresh legs on the court.
And working those rotations, second-year head coach Eric Plunkett. Those are a couple we saw earlier as well. London Francis collecting the point back for the Scarlet Hawks. Another thing you try to evaluate when looking at these two teams in the triangular format is how did they each play the previous opponent? Beloit struggling into the triangular today. They've now dropped 9 straight matches. Both teams took care of them with ease, so we didn't really learn much about how they might match up here in the final contest of the night. Francis once again in the middle, rejected by Sydney Overway.
Yeah, Andy, we can take a look at their overall record this season so far, and Wheaton is coming into this game with a 14-4 record, while Illinois Tech has a 2-9.
Yeah, we're seeing that early. Illinois Tech still looking for their first conference win. They've played 2 matches in the NACC so far this season. Francis again on the near side, and the Scarlet Hawks have tied it up once again at 8. A lot of ties earlier on in this first set. That's another big thing. Who takes the first big leap? Who grabs momentum and who begins to pull away? Haven't seen that early in the first 16 points. Sebastio to serve. In the middle, Higgins, back set for Griffin with the left. That one up near the high beams, and it will not be returned. Paris Griffin, coming off a strong showing against Augustana on Tuesday, had 8 kills on 16 total attacks, hitting .375. Libero Grace Autry serving a line drive right to Troutman Mendez. Francis' attack deflected. Now Higgins. Back set. Griffin again. Turned away. They're going to try their luck one more time around the block dug out by Troutman Mendez. Good work by Paz Del Niego, but it's down on the floor. We'll see who the first 1 to 10 is following this rally. 9-all. The server for Illinois Tech is London Francis. And an ace, she had a pair toward the end of the second set against Beloit earlier on. She now has 3 on the day. A lot of backspin, Justin, on that serve.
Yeah, and as we were just saying a little earlier of how important serves are, they can be a big contributor to gaining points for a team.
Big momentum swing as well. Benford on the far side, pushes it over. Francis in the back row. Right at the net. Who's going to win the battle? It ends up on the Thunder side. Autry to Griffin. It is deflected up front by Donaldson. Now Benford on third touch pushes it over. Francis now flying in. Defended by Paz Del Niego. Benford now swinging away off the netting. Still alive. And with Wheaton at the netting and dumped in by Lilia Donaldson. Right away, you see second-year head coach Eric Plunkett off the bench for Wheaton. Just trying to point out where the rotations need to be throughout a long rally like that. Benford gathers the serve. She'll get it right back from Higgins, but is rejected up front by Rowan Midget. Blocks as well. We talk about serves being a big momentum swing. Any big-time rejection that results in a score is going to fire up your bench. Another near ace, well played though, and tapped over by Benford. In the middle, Donaldson mistimed her jump, but still clears it. Benford now once again unable to work around the front line on the far side. The setup here is to Wilson. That one out of play. The Thunder trail it by 2.
Andy, another big component to winning a game like this is really having a good sense of recovery.
Yeah.
You know, just thinking 2 steps ahead of the play and being ready to recover.
And always finding an open spot on the floor and claiming it, not wanting to leave anything open. And right at the net remains with the Scarlet Hawks. Could be a big point here. A back set for Mary Patrick. And remains at the net again, hangs up on top now with Wheaton. Donahue, back set, Patrick floating it over. Fantastic ball control up front to keep the rally alive. We've seen a couple of these so far. Benford now, right to the libero Rifkin, and dumped home by Majette. Back to serve for Illinois Tech, Veronica Lopez. They lead our opening set here 13-10. And it'll be an ace for Lopez. Strong serving once again. And for the first time in the triangular, it's the sophomore Sarah Sanderson checking in for Wheaton. Did not see her in the Beloit match. Autry setting it up, awkward positioning for Patrick, dunked in. Good work by Autry to keep it alive. The Thunder can't return. And for the first time today, we will see a timeout from second-year head coach Eric Plunkett. Our score, 15-10 if you're just joining us. The third and final match, the Wheaton College Triangular. Andy Ockham, Justin Hill to my right. Thanking you as always for tuning in here on the CCIW Network, wherever you may be watching, or the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. Justin, we've talked about serving, how important that's been, especially the blocks up front as well, and the momentum. And right now, all the momentum is with Illinois Tech.
Yeah, Andy, one of the probably the biggest components so far in this game is the serves and Illinois Tech's ability to deliver on the serves.
Yeah, 2 aces they have. Lopez has 1, Francis with 1 as well. She has 3, she being Francis. In the entire triangular, 1 ace on the Wheaton side. That belongs to Grace Autry. Looking at the hitting percentages for both teams. Wheaton hitting under 100, 136 the mark for Illinois Tech. So neither team hitting all that well right now, more or less taking advantage of opportunities. 2 service errors for Wheaton, none for the Scarlet Hawks, limiting mistakes. 7 kills for IIT, 5 for Wheaton. Out of the timeout, Veronica Lopez remains the server for the visitors. Immediately finds Sarah Sanderson. A back set to Benford and a kill. That's the way you want to come out of a timeout, firing with a lot of energy.
Absolutely, Andy. Confidence is a huge factor into winning a game like this.
Jordan Benford now back to serve. She'll now take it in the back row. Donahue in the middle, Major rejected, rolled on the net and out of play. Back-to-back points for the Thunder out of the timeout. Benford, 22 aces on the season, entering the triangular today. Lopez runs up to get it. Finds Troutman Mendez, but into the net. 3 straight for the Thunder. They've drawn within 2, trying to swing the momentum back on their side.
Andy, a big component is really just having a point-by-point mentality and just getting the next point.
Taking it 1 rally at a time. It's a good point. And the next point going to IIT, a service error there for Benford. Can't try to get too far ahead of yourself. You want the big rally, you want the big swing, but it's brick by brick. Back to serve Wilson, gathered by Benford. And a big swing on the right there for Catherine Atkinson. Had 5 kills on 20 total attacks against Augustana on Tuesday. And the Thunder now bringing in more help on the front line with Sydney Overway. And using the block to her advantage there. And Carla Troutman-Mendez putting IIT back up 3. Troutman Mendez now with 3 kills. That's leading the way for the Scarlet Hawks. Brooke Rifkin, the server, right to Benford. A back set for Patrick, rejected by Anna Jones. (18-14). And already 3 total blocks for Illinois Tech in the early going. Good work once again by Atkinson. Finesse, good touch, doesn't always have to be power.
Yep, it's sometimes just about placement.
Just getting the outstretched hand of the libero Brooke Rifkin. Much needed point there for the Thunder. And Lacey Higgins into serve. Off the net and an ace, perfectly placed. And Higgins had a pair against Beloit. Now has 27 this season. Lopez up to get it. Troutman Mendez flying in. Autry, high setup. Atkinson again and another kill. Catherine Atkinson has been the player to watch for the Thunder here in the opening set. They trail just by 1. Higgins again, out of play. Troutman Mendez back to serve. IIT looking to be the first of 20 in the opening set here tonight. And Benford, tough to play, she'll clear it out. Back set for a running Francis. That one is just out of play. An attack error, looking to finish things off. And once again, we're separated by just a point. Atkinson serving. Troutman Mendez coming in for the back row, dug out by Autry. Higgins in the middle, overlay. And defended there by Wilson. Jones, that one belongs to the Thunder. We are tied at 19. Atkinson right to Jones. Back set for Troutman Mendez, defended by Atkinson. Higgins in the middle, overway, that one not touched by a Scarlet Hawk. They're the first of 20 in set 1. Here we go again, Justin. We're seeing rotation subs, trying to keep fresh legs in toward the end of this set. Sarah Sanderson in for Wheaton. And to serve, it's Anna Sebastio. Soft touch. Right to Autry, hangs up on the net. Couldn't be more perfectly set up for London Francis. That's what a good serve will do. Even if you don't get an ace, it sets up a strong scoring opportunity. And Benford flying through the air on a setup from Higgins. Wheaton needed that more than ever. Grace Autry to serve. Wheaton looking to tie it at 21. And tough to handle. Francis now will get it over. Nice dig there by Sanderson. Autry. And cleared out by Benford. On the defense now. And sneak attack, Rowan Midget.
As you were saying before, Andy, sometimes it's just about placement.
And it's always with the setters. Are they willing to score? Can they do it, or do they want to set up everyone else? It's an important service error right there from Francis. We may have to circle that one later on. If that comes back to get the Scarlet Hawks, they still have the advantage, and Paris Griffin will serve for Wheaton. Played by Sebastio. Troutman Mendez will get it right back. 22-21 our score. Benford on the far side, turned away. Autry, they're gonna try Benford again, lightly touching it over to Sydney Wilson. In the middle, mistiming her jump is Donaldson, and we are all tied at 22. Standstill serve for Griffin. Line drive right to Sebastio. On the attack, Wilson dug out by Sanderson. Autry now to Benford. And turned away. Illinois Tech looking to have that one called out either way. They get the point and are back up 1. We've seen Veronica Lopez collect an ace already. One of the stronger servers for Illinois Tech, and that pushed them over the edge in set 1. Sanderson gathers. Higgins out to get it right to Major. Played by Rifkin. Right at the net. Lopez dumped in for Higgins. Strong defense there by Sebastio. Higgins again setting up a running Major right into the net. It is set point for Illinois Tech, and Wheaton's going to use their second and final timeout of the opening set. 2 timeouts in the set. Both have been to Wheaton. And Justin, it's now or never in the opening set for the Thunder. Their backs are against the wall.
Yeah, Andy, one of the things that has been really contributing to Illinois Tech's offense is their serves, and so one of the things that they're going to try to fix probably is to be able to return the serve and really just set up their simple plays.
And how they want to run through their formations, making sure everyone's in the right spot at the right time. As you look at the Wheaton bench right now, there is head coach Eric Plunkett. They've come back. They've strung together a couple of points in a row. This set's not over yet.
Yeah, Andy, and another big component is just not letting the score get to your head, you know, and just keeping to your game, keeping to the simple game.
Couldn't agree more. No better way to put it. Thunder the first to break their huddle. On the floor for Wheaton, it'll be Sarah Sanderson, Paris Griffin, Ashton Major, the libero Grace Autry out there as well. Illinois Tech, Veronica Lopez remains the server. She's joined by Lilia Donaldson, their libero Brooke Rifkin, along with Anna Sebastio, Carla Troutman-Mendez, and Sydney Wilson. A backspin on that one to Benford. Higgins in the middle, Major, light touch over, all over it was Sebastio. Troutman-Mendez dug out by Autry, looking to finish things off. Benford again, over with the right, point Thunder. That one buried by Jordan Benford, who will now serve. Right to Rifkin, played by Sebastio, over by Wilson. Advantage here could be to the Thunder. Right at the net, Higgins. That's a tough way for Wheaton to drop the opening set. Tough net placement there, 25-23 in the opening set. To the Scarlet Hawks, 1-0 in the match in favor of the visitors. We're back in 2.5 minutes here from King Arena on the CCIW Network and the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network.
Every corner of Wheaton College holds a story of growth. The Wheaton Fund is at the heart of these stories, transforming lives for Christ and His kingdom. The Wheaton Fund is more than just financial support. It is the financial lifeblood of Wheaton College, empowering every aspect of our mission. Your contributions to the Wheaton Fund ensure that the students, faculty, and staff have the resources they need to thrive and make an impact for Christ. Your contributions assist in supporting spiritual formation through chapel and small groups, providing financial aid through need-based and academic scholarships, enriching faculty with competitive salaries and development opportunities, enhancing career development through the Center for Vocation and Career, equipping athletics with essential resources, strengthening campus ministries with training, support staff, and mission opportunities, improving facilities to create a better learning environment, and enhancing academic services to support every student's education. By supporting the Wheaton Fund, you help shape the future of Wheaton College and its students. Join us in empowering the next generation of Wheaties to build the church and benefit society.
Second set of the final match of the Wheaton College Triangular here on homecoming weekend. About to get underway right now. Illinois Tech taking the opening set 25-23. Andy Ockham, Justin Hill back here with you on the CCIW network and the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. No matter how you're watching or where you're watching, we thank you for tuning into this presentation of Wheaton Thunder Athletics here tonight. Carla Troutman-Mendez the first to serve in set 2. And Jordan Benford on the setup for Wheaton. That one getting defended by the back row. Once again, Higgins setting up Benford, flying through the air and out of play. It's a good start for the Thunder. And Justin, we talked about it, 25-23 Illinois Tech in that first set. It was their strong serving that really pushed them over the edge.
Yeah, and as we look at the score, that it was very close, and it came down to the wire for that first set. And one of the big things for Wheaton to recover from that first set is just, to simplify their game, not let it get to their heads, and return Illinois Tech serves is a big component coming into this set.
Tunnel vision, looking ahead, right? Not in the rear view. And back-to-back points for the Thunder. A kill there for the junior Paris Griffin. A nice setup from Lacey Higgins. The two setters that Wheaton will rotate in, the senior in Higgins and the freshman in Reese Donahue. That one off the net from Autry, nearly an ace, well defended by Wilson. That one knocked out of play by Major. Good presence in the front row, but it gives Illinois Tech their first point of the second set. There is Ana Sebastio. And not nearly enough on that one into the net. Thunder leading by a pair. Here is the rotation of Donahue and Patrick coming in, and Donahue back to serve. 4 aces for Donahue in the opening match of the Triangular today. She now has 12 this year. Wilson deflected, no return on the Thunder side. Now serving for Illinois Tech, it's London Francis. Donahue, back set, Benford working off the block. And she'll now head back to serve 4-2 our score. Wilson on the far side, defended by Autry. Good sprawling effort there, and now cleared over by Major. Donaldson on the run. That's perfectly placed as well. And using the block to her advantage. Now Veronica Lopez, she was serving toward the end of that first set and picked up a crucial ace. Rejected there was Atkinson, gonna try their luck again. At the net, it remains with the Thunder. Nice dig there by Patrick. Atkinson again, she will not be denied. There's that adversity. When first you don't succeed, try again.
Yeah.
Ashton Major a running start. First one there, the libero Rifkin. Wilson over, Patrick. And cleared out by Benford. Right at the net, tough positioning for Lopez. Makes it work to Donaldson. That's one heck of a play. It's not an easy one to make. Illinois Tech draws within 1. Sydney Wilson, the server, finding Benford. Set up for Atkinson, straight from Donahue. Nice dig there by Wilson. An attack defended by Donahue on the Wheaton side. Atkinson once more. Point Thunder. Anna Jones will come in for Illinois Tech. Paris Griffin, Lacey Higgins in for Wheaton, and Higgins will serve. Nice dig there by Higgins on the attack from Troutman Mendez. Griffin pushes it right to Lopez. High bump set. Back to Troutman Mendez. It remains with the Thunder, not until Grace Autry sends it back. Jones again. Benford misplays it, and it's 6-5. Serving, keeping a presence up front, and limiting mistakes like that, Justin. Those are very important components as you've continued to bring up. And Rifkin right to Benford. Higgins in the middle, overway rejected and punched over by Atkinson. Veronica Lopez will just take care of it herself. Back-to-back points for the Scarlet Hawks. High touch over for Rifkin. Knew exactly where she was looking to place it. Instead, the Thunder back up one, and Atkinson will serve. 14 aces for Atkinson on the season entering play today. Was all over the place on Tuesday against Augustana. Overway sending that one back for Francis. Back set, Troutman Mendez selling out up front. Nice pancake there to keep it alive. Benford able to make it work. Thunder up by 2. Clean the wet spot off the floor prior to Atkinson serving again. 1-0. As the match stands right now, you can see that in the top left-hand corner of your screen. It was a tight opening set. Illinois Tech taking it 25-23. Down to Anita play it is Wilson. That one nearly at the scorer's table and cleared out by Rifkin. Griffin on a back set from Higgins. Dial up the connection and the point. All the energy. Wheaton's trying to get it back on their side.
Yeah, Andy, and Wheaton's really been starting to simplify their game, you know, recovering after plays, defending well, and getting the ball on their side and then delivering on their kills.
All about execution at the end of the day. That's what they've been doing here in this second set. Francis in the middle. It's a good point back for Illinois Tech on that setup from Veronica Lopez. Sarah Sanderson back in place of Atkinson, so some more defense for Wheaton. Here is Carla Troutman Mendez. Higgins in the middle, overway, deflected and on the floor. Wheaton the first of 10 here in set 2. In the second set, both teams hitting good numbers. 438 for IIT, 553 for Wheaton. As well on the serving side of things, no aces, but competitive serves that have kept good rallies going. Neither side with an attack error either. It's important to note, 17 points into this second set. Standstill serve for Grace Autry. In the middle for Jones, and a violent kill. Back to serve, Ana Sebastio. 10 aces on the season entering today. Some good spin on that one to Sanderson. And kept alive at the net. It remains with the Scarlet Hawks. And a late whistle. That one hit on the other side of the net. Good effort, though. Trying to keep it alive. Wheaton back up 3, and their subs of Patrick and Donahue return. Lee Francis finishing off the point. And emphatically. She had a good first match against Beloit, and looking to rally back midway through this second set and give Illinois Tech the 2-0 advantage. Benford plays the serve right to Donahue. She'll get it back. Pushed over. Nice dig there by Troutman Mendez. Cross court attack and a kill there for Sydney Wilson. 3 straight points, or I should say 2 straight for Illinois Tech. Puts them within 1. Donahue to Patrick, deflected and down. Thunder up by 2, Jordan Benford to serve. We'll see if the Thunder can go on a run here with Benford at the line. Too much on that one from Donaldson. There is the second attack error of the entire set. Both teams have kept it clean, Justin. This has been well played out. Thunder leading by 3.
Yeah, Andy, both teams have been pretty careful and trying to just keep their play simple and placement and just not trying anything too fancy.
You see that right there with Donaldson collecting another kill. Veronica Lopez back in for the Scarlet Hawks. She will serve. A set up to Major from Donahue. No libero in this rally for Wheaton. Autry off the floor. Major to serve. And back on is Catherine Atkinson. And it'll be an ace for Ashton Major. You see on the replay, Lopez trying to keep it alive right at the net. Once again, you've seen that from Lopez a couple of times throughout the day. And working to advantage. 15-12 our score now. And Wilson back to serve. Talked about keeping things simple. Not only that, but just trying to find different ways to score as the match goes along. Trying to pick out the defense and figure out new avenues. And how about Mary Patrick? Man, can she get up. A nice back set from fellow freshman Reese Donahue. And Lacey Higgins back into serve. And a front set for Jones, rejected, still alive and out of play. Thunder almost celebrated that point a bit too early. They're starting to get all that momentum now. We will now see Illinois Tech head coach in his 7th season, Mark Johnston, use his first time out of the set and of the entire match. So Justin, this is exactly where Wheaton wants Illinois Tech right now. 17-12 our score, and they've been able to capitalize on a couple of key opportunities in these last few rallies.
Yeah, Andy, and despite the score, it's still really important just to keep the game simple and to play the game, not try anything too fancy, and hopefully put this set away.
One of my favorite sayings in sports, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Don't stray away from what you know works. And right now the Thunder know it was a tough falling in that opening set. Definitely one they very easily could have had, just those last few points going to Illinois Tech. And the Scarlet Hawks haven't lost a set in this triangular today. If you're just joining us, Wheaton took the opening match against Beloit 3-0, and same score for Illinois Tech in our 5 o'clock match. But right now the Thunder are looking to ensure that we have a 4-set match in this triangular today after all. Justin Hill's the man to my right. I'm Andy Ockham, thanking you for tuning in here live from King Arena. Homecoming weekend on the campus of Wheaton College. on the football field, the Thunder will welcome in the Carroll Pioneers tomorrow afternoon. But right now, right here on the court, the Thunder are looking to take both of the matches in this triangular. Out of the timeout, Higgins remains the server. Rifkin off her forearm, right back to Wilson, and free ball here from Rifkin. Autry to Higgins, a back set for Griffin with the left and down. Lacey Higgins, someone you don't mind back at the line. And Donaldson from Lopez, they're going to say it was not touched by anyone on the Wheaton side. Illinois Tech thought they had the point originally, and now the Thunder up 19-12. Nice sprawling effort there by Higgins to keep it alive. Atkinson now swinging away with the right. A net violation. Makes it 19-13. You don't mind the flash every once in a while though, right? Talk about the finesse on the attack, but
Yeah, in the end, that's just part of trying different things.
and an ace for Rifkin. Back-to-back points for Illinois Tech. Still sitting comfortable if you're Wheaton right now, but you know the job's not done. And trying to even up this match one set apiece. Rifkin narrowly getting that one over the net. Tough play for Atkinson. She'll get it back from Higgins. Big swing of the right. And the Thunder are the first to 20 in set 2. She didn't get it last time. She was going to make sure she got it this go around. Now Catherine Atkinson back to serve and right into the net. Sarah Sanderson back in for Wheaton. And Carla Troutman-Mendez back to serve with the Scarlet Hawks trailing by 5. And not sure what they're calling here. Not out of rotation. And Troutman-Mendez didn't drop over the line. Now we're ready to go. Right to Autry. Higgins setting up Benford on the near side, deflected. They're going to try again. Jones dug out by Sanderson. Higgins, overway, mistimed her jump. They're going to say that's not 4 touches over. Rally continues. Francis now on the run, defended by Autry. Higgins, a back set for Griffin, hanging him at the net. It remains with the Thunder. Benford once more, turned away. Up front, Midget and Francis combining on the rejection. Thunder still need 5 more points to claim this set. An overway there on a nice setup from Lacey Higgins. Ashton Major back in for Wheaton. Grace Autry serving. And able to sneak that one in there, Carlin Troutman-Mendez. A rotation here, a substitution. Smashio in for Jones. 21-17 where we stand now. Griffin, that one right into the net. Light touch over by Smashio, up to get it Autry right at the net. Higgins keeps it alive, but Major mistimed her jump. Illinois Tech trying to grab some of that momentum back. They trail by just 2. Higgins right back to Major in the middle, and that one ends up in the stands. Paris Griffin now serving. And second and final timeout for IIT. Here in this second set, Justin, we look at both these teams. We mentioned 25-23. It's the final in the opening set, and despite the records being a bit different, Wheaton 15-4 this year, Illinois Tech 3-9. Records aren't telling the whole story. These two teams match up very well.
Yeah, Andy, both of these teams have been playing extremely well and keeping a simple game and really delivering on both offense and defense. And right now, as the score stands, 22 for Wheaton and 19 for Illinois Tech. It'll be interesting to see which team comes out with this set.
Both teams hitting over 300 in this second set. If you're just joining us, Wheaton hit 367, Illinois Tech hitting 310, 4 attack errors per side. Each team with an ace, 2 blocks for the Thunder, and 1 for Illinois Tech. In the match, the Scarlet Hawks, despite leading 1-0, they're hitting 186. Thunder are hitting 233. Usually you don't see that. Each team with 3 aces, 5 service errors for Wheaton, 3 on the Illinois Tech side. 3 total blocks for each. 31 digs for Wheaton, 27 for IIT. Out of the timeout, Paris Griffin remains the server for Wheaton. And Griffin, standstill serve with the left, right to Troutman Mendez. It'll be Francis. Too much on that one. An attack error in the Thunder, now 2 points away from evening up the match at 1 set apiece. Griffin, a service error in response. Francis right to Benford. Griffin in the middle. And that one denied. Benford once more, rolled off the block. Back-to-back points for IIT. Autry, the first one on the serve. Major turned away. They're going to try it again. Instead, this time to Benford, lightly floating it over. And it is set point for Wheaton. Notice the power hadn't been working, Justin, so it's all about the touch. Sprawling out to keep it alive, Benford. Right to Atkinson, a miss hit into the net. Makes it 24-22. And back to serve Veronica Lopez. We had this exact score in the opening set, but instead it was IIT up 24-22. Higgins, back set, Major defended by Rifkin. She gets out of the way for Lopez. Higgins gonna try and do it herself. This one out of play. Set point, and that will tie us up at 1-1. 25-22 Wheaton. We will at least get 4 sets in the third and final match of our triangular here tonight from King Arena. We'll be back in 2.5 minutes for set 3 here on the CCIW Network and the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network.
Every corner of Wheaton College holds a story of growth. The Wheaton Fund is at the heart of these stories, transforming lives for Christ and His kingdom. The Wheaton Fund is more than just financial support. It is the financial lifeblood of Wheaton College, empowering every aspect of our mission. Your contributions to the Wheaton Fund ensure that the students, faculty, and staff have the resources they need to thrive and make an impact for Christ. Your contributions assist in supporting spiritual formation through chapel and small groups, providing financial aid through need-based and academic scholarships, enriching faculty with competitive salaries and development opportunities, enhancing career development through the Center for Vocation and Career, equipping athletics with essential resources, strengthening campus ministries with training, support staff, and mission opportunities, improving facilities to create a better learning environment, and enhancing academic services to support every student's education. By supporting the Wheaton Fund, you help shape the future of Wheaton College and its students. Join us in empowering the next generation of Wheaties to build the church and benefit society.
The Thunder fight back and tie up this match at 1 set apiece as we head to set 3 in the final match. The Wheaton College Triangular here on homecoming weekend. Set 1 to IIT, 25-23. Set 2 to the Thunder, 25-22. Live in King Arena. Andy Ockham, Justin Hill returning too. And Justin, the Thunder had all the momentum they needed to close out that second set.
Yeah, Andy, one of the big components was really just to deliver on their kills and really just simplify their game, and they just need to carry that into this next set.
And Sarah Sanderson, the opening serve, just out of play, nearly an ace to get things going. And we talked about it as well. 17 points into that set. It was 10-7 in favor of Wheaton. No attack errors on either side, so both teams kept it clean. They both finished hitting a pretty good number. 250 for the Scarlet Hawks in set 2, 297 for the Thunder. Sebastio over to Sanderson on the serve. Higgins setting up Benford on the far side, rejected by Rowan Majette. Back-to-back points for IIT here in the third set. Autry, tricky play on the serve, and it'll be an ace for Anna Sebastio. 3-0, Illinois Tech. Off the net, Autry, tricky play again and cleared out by Overway. And no response there, Majette with the left. First 4 points in the third set all belong to the Scarlet Hawks. Dug out there by Rifkin. Strong attack by Overway. Wilson again, deflected by Higgins. 5-zip. A lot of energy over on the far side right now for Illinois Tech. Autry calling everyone off. She'll bump it over. And Francis, big swing on the right, trying to be aggressive, and that's the first point for Wheaton here in set 3. Ashton Major serving. And off the net, staying with it, Higgins. Autry, high setup. Griffin with the left, immediately sent back by Wilson. Rifkin trying to find someone, that one bumped over. Back set. Now with the right for Griffin, immediately played by Francis. Sanderson calling everyone off, setting up Benford. And back-to-back Thunder points. As well, we've mentioned it's homecoming weekend, Justin. Good amount of people have filled in here to King Arena. Most we've seen here in the Triangular today. A couple more spots being cleared off the floor prior to another serve from the senior libero, Grace Autry, who played in 76 matches in her entire career here with the Thunder prior to today's Triangular. The third and final set against Augustana on Tuesday was her 250th career set. Another attack here by London Francis. 94 sets last year for Autry, had 23 aces in 2024. One deflected now to Higgins. A back set for Griffin, too much on that one. Illinois Tech gets a point back. Serving is London Francis. B. Higgins to Benford, lightly floating it over. Donaldson immediately putting it back on the Wheaton side. In the middle, Higgins to Major for the point. Donaldson in the middle, back-to-back big points for Ashton Major, sending that one away. Wheaton now down just one. Nice dig there by Autry. Donahue, back set, Patrick right into the net. Lopez checking in. She'll serve here for Illinois Tech. 7-5 our score. Lopez setting up Troutman Mendez, and you also going to point out Donaldson on the run on the far side. A little misdirection there for the Thunder. Tough to pick out who it was going to get set to. Now Illinois Tech up 3. And good read there by Jordan Benford, letting that serve go out of play. Catherine Atkinson in for Wheaton. Benford to serve. He's set in the middle. Nice dig there for Benford on the attack by Troutman Mendez. Autry right to Patrick, and down. Back and forth we go. Seen this in each of the first 2 sets. Neither team really separating themselves until the very end. And another kill there for Troutman Mendez. Usually you get a feeling of who will have an advantage early on in a match as its entirety, Justin, but we keep saying it, these two teams very, very evenly squared up.
Yeah, Andy, this game's been just back and forth the entire game and point and momentum swing, so keeping things entertaining.
Back set from Lopez to Troutman Mendez, immediately rejected by Atkinson on the far side. Benford sprawling out to try and keep that alive, but IIT is the first to 10 here in set 3. Autry plays that serve high in the air right to Donahue. Now Patrick over. An easy kill there for Donaldson. Wheaton's going to take their first time out here in the third set. 11-7 our score. Now obviously this being a very, very crucial set. Winner of this goes up 2-1 and puts pressure on the other. Potentially end the match in 4 sets. Our first 2 matches of the triangular today, 3-0 finals. We'll at least get 4 here between your Thunder and the Scarlet Hawks. Andy Ockham, Justin Hill, welcoming you here to King Arena on the beautiful campus of Wheaton College. And Justin, right now it's just all been about limiting the mistakes, and as we continue to preach, keeping the game simple.
Yeah, Andy, both teams have been doing a great job of just capitalizing on the other team's mistakes, and it's really just going to come down to who can really adjust and tighten up and minimize their mistakes and come through on their kills and their offense.
As we sit in this third set, 4-point advantage for IIT. They're hitting 188. 6 kills for the Scarlet Hawks, 3 for Wheaton. Each have had 16 attacks. Each have 3 attack errors, 1 ace in the set. It belongs to Ana Sebastio of IIT. Back to serve for the Scarlet Hawks out of the timeout is the sophomore outside hitter, Sydney Wilson. And a well-used timeout there by head coach Eric Plunkett. A service error. It's an Ashton Major back to serve for the host. Getting it right to Lopez, back set, Troutman Mendez rejected by Sydney Overway. Back within 2. Once again, Overway up front. Making life difficult. It's a block party here in the third set. 11-10 now our score. And good body control there to avoid a deflection and an ace for Major. Important point back for the Scarlet Hawks. Server now, the libero Rifkin. Each team trading service errors. We'll now see the substitutions of Paris Griffin and Lacey Higgins on the floor for Wheaton. Lopez to Troutman Mendez and down. We're tied. Another block for the Thunder here in this third set.
Hey, Andy, Wheaton's defense has been doing great in repelling Illinois Tech's offense.
Trying to win it in every phase. Serving, defense, and on the attack. Higgins runs up to get it right to Griffin, and the Thunder have the lead. That kill for the junior Paris Griffin. Just sneaking that one home. Gathering the serve there, Rifkin. Back set, Troutman Mendez on the far side. And Jordan Benford knew it as soon as it hit her forearm, right into the second row. 13 all. Another service error. We've seen that now down the stretch in this third set. These serving miscues could lead to an advantage on the other side. Atkinson serving for Wheaton. Higgins setting up Benford. Cross-court attack, but out. Couple subs per side on to Sebastio. In to serve for Illinois Tech. Sarah Sanderson in for some more defensive help on the Wheaton side. Higgins keeping it in for Benford. Perfectly placed by Francis. Nobody home there in the back row for Wheaton. They all crashed in. Just shoveling that one over. The Scarlet Hawks lead at 15-14. That one into the net. We're once again tied. A lot of ties, a lot of lead changes here in this third set. As Autry back to serve. And out of play, an attack error gives Wheaton the advantage. Keep seeing all the lead changes now. Who can separate themselves here in this third set? It's the golden question. It'll be Francis, deflected, played by Autry. Higgins right to Benford. She's got herself a kill. Timeout, Illinois Tech, their first here in the third set.
Danny, this is the first lead that we've seen that's been more than 1 point. So this is pretty significant.
You wouldn't think so. Normally a 2-point lead in volleyball isn't a big deal whatsoever, but with how these two teams have been playing here in this third set, the Thunder are gonna take everything they can get. 17-15. Just tuning in right now, Andy Ockham, Justin Hill. Live from King Arena, our entire crew working as hard as possible here to bring you all three broadcasts this afternoon and into the early evening for this Wheaton College Triangular. As we mentioned, some much-deserved time off for the Thunder. Following play today, they will not see action again until October 7th. That is against Wisconsin Lutheran here at home. Some more non-conference action. And some non-con action will follow for Illinois Tech, but the next three matchups for the Scarlet Hawks following today are all in NACC play. They're at Concordia, Wisconsin on October 1st, at Marion on the 4th, and then they will host Concordia, Chicago on the 8th. Wheaton the first out of the timeout. It'll be Autry, the libero, along with Sanderson, Higgins, Benford, Major, and Griffin on the floor. Grace Autry remains the server for Wheaton. Major keeping it right there. Now to Griffin on the near side, defended by Troutman Mendez. Setting up Wilson. Deflected in the middle, Major. Just like that, back to a 1-point difference. Francis serving. First one there, Sanderson, Higgins, Benford dialing it up. Deflected out of play. Mary Patrick, Reese Donahue in. And see what they can do here with Donahue serving. Donaldson's attack off the net, out of play, an attack error, makes it 19-16. A nice response there, Sydney Wilson on the outside, finishing off that rally. Now 5 kills for Wilson here in the match. Troutman Mendez leading the way with 8 on the Illinois Tech side, 11 kills for Jordan Benford for Wheaton. Benford will get it right back here from Donahue, dug out by Sebastio. Be a give and go, Donahue right back to Patrick. Another good rally brewing. Autry deflected to Sanderson, now cleared over by Major. Mendez in the middle. That one stays in for Illinois Tech. And immediately followed up with a service error. Wheaton the first to 20 in set 3, just as they were in set 2. 20-18 the score. Sarah Sanderson out for the Thunder, Catherine Atkinson back in. Nice dig there by Autry. Donahue to Atkinson, point Scarlet Hawks. Back to it yet again, another 1-point difference. Standstill serve for Wilson. Autry, bump set for Atkinson, and down. And Major will check out here for Wheaton for the first time in this match. We will see Kennedy Kemp, the sophomore out of Arlington, Texas, into serve. That one off the net, and it's an ace for Kemp. The touch, couldn't have placed it much better. And a second and final timeout of this third set taken by Illinois Tech. We've seen so many momentum swings, Justin, here in this third set, but now the Thunder are just 3 points away from going up 2-1 in this match.
Yeah, Andy, it's just been really back and forth, and huge momentum swings, and it's really been defense has been a big factor for both teams. Offense has been a huge factor for both teams, and it's really just going to come down to who can capitalize on the other team's mistakes.
We haven't seen many of those mistakes, at least in the last couple of sets. We saw in the second set just 5 attack errors for IIT, 6 for Wheaton. 6 for the Thunder here in set 3, 8 for the Scarlet Hawks. And serving really hasn't been a huge factor. Each team with just 1 ace here in the third set, but a lot of these serves are leading to strong rallies, which continue to tire these teams out. And we mentioned, if you're just joining us, this is the second match for both of these teams here today. Back-to-back matches for Illinois Tech. They played Beloit in the middle match of our triangular here today. And Wheaton a bit of a break. They played the Beloit Buccaneers at 3 o'clock. You gotta wonder what that does to a team, especially for a match here that is guaranteed to go beyond the third set. Kemp to serve again, lightly floated over. Lopez on the setup, right to Benford. Donahue. Atkinson turned away, but that one rolls off the net and out of play. 23-19 Wheaton. And Kemp, nearly another ace. Nice play there by Rifkin. Kemp, wrong place, wrong time. Couldn't get out of the way of that one. The kill will go to Carla Troutman-Mendez. And back to serve for IIT is Brooke Rifkin. Lopez in the middle for Francis, off the hand of Autry. And back-to-back points for Illinois Tech. Sub here. Mary Patrick out. Lacey Higgins in. So both setters on the floor right now for the Thunder in Higgins and Donahue. See how that affects the passing. Higgins to Atkinson on the far side, off the block and down. It is set point for the Thunder, 24-21. Higgins to serve. Anna Jones lightly over for IIT. Higgins back set. Griffin give the set to Wheaton. 25-21 Thunder. And on that kill from Paris Griffin, they lead the match 2-1. Thunder an opportunity to close this thing out in 4 when we return here on the campus of Wheaton College on the CCIW Network and the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network.
Every corner of Wheaton College holds a story of growth. The Wheaton Fund is at the heart of these stories, transforming lives for Christ and His kingdom. The Wheaton Fund is more than just financial support. It is the financial lifeblood of Wheaton College, empowering every aspect of our mission. Your contributions to the Wheaton Fund ensure that the students, faculty, and staff have the resources they need to thrive and make an impact for Christ. Your contributions assist in supporting spiritual formation through chapel and small groups, providing financial aid through need-based and academic scholarships, enriching faculty with competitive salaries and development opportunities, enhancing career development through the Center for Vocation and Career, equipping athletics with essential resources, strengthening campus ministries with training, support staff, and mission opportunities, improving facilities to create a better learning environment, and enhancing academic services to support every student's education. By supporting the Wheaton Fund, you help shape the future of Wheaton College and its students. Join us in empowering the next generation of Wheaties to build the church and benefit society.
A big set 3 victory for the Thunder, 25-21. They lead this match against Illinois Tech, non-conference foe, 2-1. Back here in King Arena, Andy Ockham and Justin Hill on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. Also, shout out to you if you're watching on the brand new CCIW network. All good ways to catch up on the College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin and Wheaton Thunder athletics all school year long. And Justin, we talk about momentum. And that ace toward the end of the third set really spun it back for Wheaton.
Yeah, Andy, looking back on the past 2 sets and just how there's been confidence swings both ways and momentum swinging both ways and both teams delivering, and both teams have been doing a great job of really cutting back on their mistakes and really capitalizing on the few mistakes that the other team has had, and defense has been coming up big for both teams, and yeah, there was that ace for Wheaton late in the set that really swung the momentum back toward Wheaton, and ultimately that's part of the reason why Wheaton was able to win the last set.
And if you're just tuning in, IIT, a nail-biting opening set victory, 25-23, but the Thunder have taken the last 2 sets, 25-22 and 25-21. A point apiece here in the third set. Grace Autry serving for Wheaton. Off the net, played by Francis. And right back to Troutman Mendez. Far side, but out of play. Thunder looking to make it 6 matches in a row in the win column if they can close things out here tonight. So long way to go, though. A lot more volleyball to be played, and that one from Autry into the net. And back to serve for IIT is Sydney Wilson. That one dying quickly, played on a knee by Sanderson. Higgins to Benford, turned away but kept alive. And almost scoring herself there was Lacey Higgins. And Benford again on the block. Nice pancake there by Autry to keep it alive. Good work by the Thunder, but it'll result in an IIT point. Already sensing how tight this fourth set is going to be, just like the entire match has been, as Wilson sends that one into the net. Donahue and Patrick in on the Wheaton side in the places of Griffin and Higgins. And each team trading service errors. Illinois Tech back with the advantage, 4-3. Already seeing a couple of mistakes, Justin, early on in this fourth set. That could be fatigue setting in.
Yeah, Andy, going back to that, the fact that both of these teams are playing in their second game of the day, and fatigue is a big factor in here, and we both know that the coaches are probably aware of this and trying to make sure that, yes, both coaches have fresh legs on the court, and making sure that their players are just, energized and making sure that subs are readily available whenever needed.
And Anna Jones turned away but out of play. And just like that, Scarlet Hawks have taken the last 3 rallies. 6-3 our score. A lot of moisture on the floor here in this third match of the day. Didn't see this a lot in the first 2 matches. And Benford flying in for the kill. 12th kill of the match for Benford, one of 2 Thunder players with double-digit kills, her along with Catherine Atkinson, who's got 10. And now Benford will head back to serve. Donahue right to Major in the middle. Back-to-back points for Wheaton. Look at the replay here. Perfectly ran. And Major swinging away at will. Troutman Mendez getting a much-needed point back for Illinois Tech, her 10th kill of the match. She leads the way in that department for the Scarlet Hawks. And she'll head back to serve. And Autry gathers. On the run, Donahue in the middle, Major. And out of play. Now Ashton Major serving with the Thunder trailing by 1. That one into the net. Either way, Sydney Overway was there to send it back. And now Jones. A back set Patrick from Donahue sent away. But perfectly placed on the return there by Catherine Atkinson. Kill number 11 of the match for her. And a nice block there up front by Overway. It's all Thunder right now in these last few rallies. That one is in, an ace for Ashton Major. Timeout, Illinois Tech. Wheaton, the first to 10 here in set 4. We've seen it all in the last few rallies, Justin. Strong defense up front, that rejection from Overway, and now an ace on the serving front from Ashton Major.
Yeah, Andy, and that ace is a huge confident booster for Wheaton, especially as we've seen the momentum swings play a huge part in this game. And this should really affect just both teams, and you know, this timeout really is an opportunity for both teams just to reset and head back into the game with refreshed minds. And as we were just saying, how fatigue is also a part of this game, and just giving their players a rest too.
And all day long, all afternoon long, we've been here. Our crew has been fantastic in bringing you all 3 of these matches in the triangular. The Beloit Buccaneers made the trek just north of the Illinois-Wisconsin border here to Wheaton. Played in the first 2 matches. Illinois Tech coming from the city, playing here in our 5 and 7 o'clock tilts. Wheaton the first out of the timeout on the floor. No libero, no Grace Autry, at least for this rally. Ashton Major remains the server. Jordan Benford, along with Reese Donahue, Mary Patrick, Sydney Overway. And joined up front by Catherine Atkinson. The libero for IIT, Brooke Rifkin, is out. And up front, see if she is targeted here on this serve. Major instead will send it to Troutman Mendez. This one cleared over by Jones. A back set, Donahue to Patrick, rejected and down up front. That presence there from Lilia Donaldson and Anna Jones. Sebastio into serve. One of the stronger servers for Illinois Tech, and trailing by a pair nearly midway through this 4th set. They could use a run from her right now. And trying to figure out potential rotation issue at the table right now. 10-8, as you can see in the top left-hand corner of your screen if you're just tapping in. This is the 4th set of the final match, the Wheaton College Triangular this weekend. And interested to see what our officials are going to say here. Just making sure everything checks out and nobody's out of rotation. And even though Illinois Tech got the last point, Thunder, they want to get back going. They had all the momentum, all the energy remains on their side. They're hoping this can get sorted out rather quickly. It was dominant Wheaton's opening win to begin this triangular against Beloit, 25-10, 25-11, 25-14. As you mentioned, IIT also took down the Buccaneers 3-0. It appears now everything has been sorted out. Smastio back to serve. IIT looking to draw within one. It'll be Donahue setting it right back to Atkinson, point Thunder. And now the sub exchange of Paris Griffin and Lacey Higgins in for Mary Patrick and Reese Donahue. Now head coach Eric Plunkett of the Thunder over having a similar conversation, just trying to get the rotations all in line. And off the serve, Francis on the near side. This rally is blown dead. And the Thunder now lead at 12-8. A net violation there. Gonna try that combination again. Francis tipped up front. Higgins in the middle, Overway kept alive and cleared out by Francis. Good defense there by IIT. Once again, Overway in the middle, dug out by Sebastio. Sprawling there was Rifkin. Good rally between these two teams brewing. Griffin on the far side, defended. And right back to Wheaton. Gonna try it again. And right at the net, Battle stays with the Thunder. Higgins in the middle. Overway mistimes her jump, and it's 12-9. Francis back to serve for the Scarlet Hawks. No Brooke Rifkin in, at least for this rally. Griffin on a back set from Higgins. Not deflected, back-to-back. Points for Illinois Tech. Francis narrowly getting that one over. It's played by Bedford in the middle. Overway from Higgins. Now 3 straight for Illinois Tech, makes it 12-11. Just when you thought the Thunder were starting to separate themselves, Justin, it's back to a 1-point difference.
Yeah, and one of the biggest parts of these last few points has just been delivering on the serves and coming up big on defense and
that one out.
Smart with their plays.
Yeah, miscues from 12-8 to 12-12. And Eric Plunkett's going to want to talk this over. Timeout taken on the Wheaton side. Each team has used a timeout here in the 4th set. Illinois Tech looking to force a 5th and final set here tonight. And for those who might not be familiar, 5th set would be first at 15. As we've been here all afternoon long, it's been a fun day here in King Arena. A lot of support from all 3 programs, obviously especially the Thunder, with it being homecoming here at Wheaton College. Beloit traveled well, and same to be said for Illinois Tech. As we look at things right now, Justin, it's all about limiting mistakes. And the Thunder have that momentum. We're leading by 4, and now we stand here all tied at 12, and it truly is anyone's set.
Yeah, Andy, and especially with the last 3 sets, it's been point for point and has stayed within a very close ratio of points, and it should be pretty interesting to see how the set plays out, especially, as the score is 12-12 and seeing how momentum swings and which team delivers.
7 attack errors for Wheaton in the set, 5 for Illinois Tech. Both teams hitting in the negatives. As we stand right now, 2 kills in set 4 for the Scarlet Hawks, 4 for the Thunder. London Francis been on a good run as the server, remains in that role out of the timeout. Higgins setting up Atkinson, turned away but kept alive on the Scarlet Hawks side. Francis once more. Benford deflected to Autry, now pushed over by Atkinson. Wilson set up on the far side, rejected up front. That's Mary Hammond. We haven't seen her all match. Enters and makes an immediate impact. Thunder lead it by 1. Atkinson serving. And not enough juice on that one for Carla Troutman-Mendez. So after 4 straight for Illinois Tech, back-to-back for Wheaton. We play on. Serve gathered by Troutman-Mendez. Good dig there by Autry. Reading that one like a book. Wilson on the far side, another dig for Autry. And Benford keeping it alive. Good defense right now from the Thunder. They'll look to turn it in on the attack. Benford turned away and a nice block by Majette. You credit the Thunder defense. Many times that rally could have ended much earlier. They still have a lead. Veronica Lopez into serve for Illinois Tech. Benford will get it right back, and another block. This time it's Lilia Donaldson. And a bench warning issued to Illinois Tech on their celebration there of that block. Serve to Benford, she'll get it right back again from Higgins, punching it over right to Lopez. Rifkin, that one off the net. Advantage back to Wheaton, they lead at 15-14. It's all about runs. Who can go on the biggest run, Justin, to try and close this set out?
Yeah, and as we've seen in the set, there have been some big runs, and then the other team coming back with a 3 or 4 point push.
And Lopez setting up Troutman-Mendez, able to work off the block. Higgins in the middle, Major, she's got a kill. Now serving for Wheaton is Paris Griffin. And an ace for the junior. Big serve when they needed it the most. Troutman-Mendez rejected, nearly another pancake from Autry to keep it off the floor. The offense on the Illinois Tech side has truly run through Carla Troutman-Mendez. Now 13 kills for Mendez here today. Back with Rifkin serving an ace. 17-17. Benford off the block, deflected and kept alive. Lopez sending it back to Autry. And a set to the middle, quick set at that for Ashton Major. Now 3 subs for Wheaton. Mary Patrick, Reese Donahue, and Catherine Atkinson. Jordan Benford serving for the Thunder. Rifkin now for Jones on the outside, immediately sent back. Another block there by Major. More denial up front from Wheaton. Donahue to Atkinson. Nice defensive effort there by Rifkin. Scarlet Hawks got it cleared here. They do with Lopez. In the middle, Major. She will not be denied. Back to a 2-point Thunder lead. They look to be the first to 20 in set 4. And this rally blown dead. A crucial point back for Illinois Tech. Each team still has a timeout in this 4th set. Got to wonder when those will get put into play. And right near the official, good work by Atkinson to keep that one in play. Francis, light touch over, and we are tied. (19-19). Carla Troutman-Mendez serving. And right at the net, balanced off and cleared over by Autry. Right up front again, it's with IIT. And blocked there by Atkinson. Nice dig by Benford. Once again, Atkinson pushed over, turned away. 3 straight points for the Scarlet Hawks. They're the first to 20 in this set. And second and final timeout of set 4 taken by the Thunder. We've seen this so much already, Justin, in this set. Thunder lead by 2. Now all of a sudden, advantage to Illinois Tech.
Yeah, Andy, and at this point in the set, it's really just about being smart with your plays, really simplifying your game. And again, quick subs are probably going to come into play here.
We'll see when those are implemented and how they're done. Man, we continue to push and pull more than you could ever imagine. 20-19. Both teams still hitting in the negatives. So we stand right now, but that doesn't matter based on how even things have been matched up. 6 blocks for IIT in this set alone, 3 for Wheaton. That's where all the scoring is coming from, up front. And in the match, truly has been a block party. 11 total blocks for Illinois Tech, 9 for the Thunder. Most of those coming here. 1 ace for Illinois Tech in set 4, a pair for Wheaton. And a crucial point here out of the timeout with Carla Troutman-Mendez, the junior middle blocker / right side, remaining the server for 7th-year head coach of Illinois Tech, Mark Johnston. He's the only one with a timeout remaining in this set. That serve goes right to Grace Autry. In the middle, Major with the right, a big point there for the Thunder. Here are the quick subs, Justin. Kennedy Kemp in to serve. Mary Hammond up front. She had a big block earlier. Kemp had a big ace. The end of the 3rd set, that could be a costly service error. Kemp immediately out now for Ashton Major. Back to serve Ana Sebastio. She's got a couple of aces here in the triangular today. That's a good serve to have back there for IIT. And a huge work off the block there. Practice. 21-21. Lacey Higgins to serve. Down to the nitty-gritty here in the 4th set. Autry to Higgins, back set, Griffin turned away, Benford's there to defend. And Atkinson once more in the middle. Francis pushed. Autry calling everyone off. A high setup here for Atkinson. Big swing in the right. Even bigger dig there for Rifkin. Higgins, back set. Griffin, point Thunder. Second and final timeout of the set for IIT. Both teams have burned both of their timeouts in this set, so there's no stopping momentum, no trying to ice the server the rest of the way. 22-21 Wheaton. If you're just joining us, the Thunder lead this match 2-1. IIT taking the opening set 25-23. The Thunder taking sets 2 and 3 by the scores of 25-22 and 25-21. And Yakum, Justin Hill back here with you. And Justin, I just mentioned it, no more timeouts can be used in this set. They got to play it through, and we'll see how that affects both teams.
And it's really just come to the nitty-gritties.
As we see both coaches right now trying to figure out how they want to play things the rest of the way. Advantage back with Wheaton. That's the most important thing right now for the Thunder. After going down, and that was a tough first set for them to lose. They very much had the ability to take it. And a couple of strong serves and a strong run for Illinois Tech with the freshman setter Veronica Lopez serving. They gave them all that they needed. Lacey Higgins remains the server for Wheaton out of the timeout. She's on the floor with the libero, Grace Autry, Jordan Benford, Paris Griffin, Mary Hammond, and Catherine Atkinson. A good serve there out of the timeout. After that, it remains with Wheaton. This one blown dead. Point Thunder. 2-point advantage. A back set for Francis off the block. An important point back for Illinois Tech. Front set for Atkinson, down on the floor, set point, now match point for Wheaton. Back to serve, Catherine Atkinson. Donahue, I stand corrected, that's Midget on the IIT side, pushing it over. 24-23. Some more defense now for Wheaton on the substitution. The sophomore Sarah Sanderson is in. And checking in to serve, who else for Illinois Tech but Veronica Lopez. The key to their opening set victory. Lopez right to Benford at the net. Higgins to Hannum, kept alive. Sanderson in the back row. Higgins to Hannum once more. Nice dig by Rifkin and clear over. Good defense here for the Scarlet Hawks. Benford lightly tapped over, and that'll do it. The Thunder hang tough. After dropping the opening set, they take sets 2, 3, and 4. 3-1, the final here tonight. Justin, that's all the energy you needed to see for Wheaton to close it out.
Andy, that was a big comeback and really just keeping the momentum on their side, and their defense coming up very strong under Illinois Tech's offensive rush.
The finals here in these 4 sets. Set 1 to IIT, 25-23. Wheaton take it sets 2, 3, and 4. 25-22, 25-21, 25-23. Our crew has been fantastic all afternoon and into the evening for everyone responsible. We're putting this broadcast together today. We thank you so much, and we thank you for tuning in here on the CCIW Network and the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. A huge win for second-year head coach Eric Plunkett. We will hear from him momentarily, but looking at the team stats, the team numbers in this entire match, IIT hitting 110, Wheaton hit 147. It was all about the defense. 11 total blocks for IIT, 9 for the Thunder, and Wheaton able to hang tough. It was a good defensive effort today For Illinois Tech, on the service side of things, 5 aces for the Scarlet Hawks, 6 for the Thunder, and just continuing to push the pace. Individually, 13 kills for Carla Troutman-Mendez. The junior led the way for Illinois Tech. On the Wheaton side, 3 different Thunder players in double-digit kills. It was Catherine Atkinson, who had 14 on 28 total attacks. She hit 321. Jordan Benford having 13 kills on 45 total attacks followed her up, and then 10 kills on 21 total attacks. Ashton Major hit 333. Helping things out offensively, 25 assists for Lacey Higgins. And the freshman center Reese Donahue chipped in with 17 helpers as well. Illinois Tech also runs a similar system, having 2 different setters contribute and put things together. Veronica Lopez had 17 for the Scarlet Hawks, and Majette had 15. A wonderful, wonderful ending to the triangular here today. The opening match went to Wheaton 3-0 against Beloit, and then Beloit took on these Scarlet Hawks. IIT came up with an important 3-zip victory that snapped a 3-match losing streak for them. And Wheaton, following this match, they've won their last 6. They are 16-4 in 20 matches this year, 1-1 in conference play. They won't get another conference match until they go to Milliken on October 8th. They host Wisconsin Lutheran on the 7th. For IIT, they have conference play their next 3 matches against CUW, Marion, and Concordia Chicago. They play out of the NAC, and they are now sitting at 3-10 on the season. Andy Ockham, Justin Hill, thanking you for tuning in here all afternoon and evening long. We now send it to the 3rd member of our team, Rylan McDonald, who is down on the floor.
Hey, I'm here with Coach Plunkett and Catherine Atkinson. Coach, can you tell me what growth you've seen from your team from the beginning of the season to today?
There's tons of growth. I think earlier in the year, if we weren't playing our game, we would probably lose. I think it was a little ugly on our side of the net tonight, and kudos to Illinois Tech for making us play that way. But I think the difference is we're able to play and execute and figure out a way to win this match, which I don't know if we would have been doing at the beginning of the year. So there's a ton of growth in that. And we just talked about how we were didn't play our best, but we were able to still execute enough to win games, and that's important.
And then based on tonight, how did your team hold that composure in really tight circumstances?
I don't know if we did, but we did in the key moments. I joke about that. But I like to hope and think that it's the repetitions that we're going to get in practice. So, everybody wants to be clutch, and I think what that comes through is just executing the skills that we do every single day in practice when there's more pressure, and we were able to do that a little bit tonight, which is great.
All right, thank you, and congrats on both wins. All right, Catherine, can you tell me how you're feeling about your team and your performance overall today?
I would say for the team, we've just been grinding in practice, working really hard, and just executing really well and playing clean. I think today, 2 practices ago, we really worked on offensively, and so just applying that, and everybody just was very consistent about that. So.
All right, and then how do you plan on keeping this momentum moving forward through conference?
I think just playing calm and not getting super tense in tight situations, and just being aggressive and knowing how I play volleyball. So. Yeah.
All right, congrats on the win. Good job today. All right, thank you for watching, and go Thunder.